welcome in. It is July 1st today and I'm feeling in the mood to start a reading vlog. I think I'm going to be participating in the tarot readathon this month. Participating is maybe a strong word because I do actually have so much to do this month, and that's another reason I'm so excited to do a reading vlog, because I feel like whenever I have a reading vlog going, I'm like 10 times more productive than I usually am, because I just I don't know, I want to impress my internet friends with like how responsible and productive I'm being. And I'm also, like I said, super excited about the tarot readathon. It is hosted by, and I heard about it from Deja, and I'll leave her channel linked below as well, but basically it's just a readathon where you draw tarot cards to choose your reading prompts. I want to give it my best shot, and I'm hoping that some of the prompts I pull will also match up with some of the books I already need to read for the month anyway. For the readathon, there are also 4 teams that you can join, one for each of the suits. So I joined Team Cups, which is hosted by Deja and Lauren from Happy Haunts Library. Once a week, each team gets their own team significator card, which is a prompt that's pulled for the entire team, and whatever books you read during that week that match the prompt are points for the team total. And this week our team significator prompt is The Magician, which is to read books that have magical elements in them. This is my tarot deck. I actually really love it. The artwork is based off of folklore and fairy tales from different cultures. It's really beautiful, and it's just always a pleasure to have a reason to use this for something. So this week I do need to reread Station 11 by Emily St. John Mandel for a university project that I'm doing, and that's my main priority. I'm still waiting for my library hold on that to come in. So I'd like to pull one card for a book to kind of read in the meantime, and then I'd like to pull another card for an audiobook, because I also like to always have an audiobook going that I can listen to on the train and stuff. So I'm gonna go with this. The Ace of Wands. The artwork for this card is the Magic Paintbrush, which is a Chinese folktale, and it represents inspiration, creative force. And the challenge for this is to read a book by a new to you author or in a genre you haven't explored before. With our second card, we will get the 6 of Cups. It's the Snow Queen, a Danish fairy tale, which evokes nostalgia for sweeter times. Read a book that brings you back to a nostalgic time in your life. I need to think about these. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And I thought really hard about if I wanted to use Station 11 for the nostalgia prompt, because I did read it when I first started my booktube channel, which was such an exciting time, but I decided that I would rather read something that can also count for the significator prompt, and I'm gonna go with House of Salt and Sorrows by Erin A. Craig. This book, the first time I read it, I was just having the best time of my life. I mean, 2019 was also a very crappy year for me in a lot of ways, but I spent the summer and the fall of that year doing so many fun things. I went to see my cousin, I went to the beach, my best friend had her bachelorette party at the beach, then my cousin and my best friend, that's when I read it. Oh my god, I was trying so hard to remember. Okay, the thing that made me nostalgic for this book is that I very vividly remember reading it on an airplane, and I could not, for the life of me, remember what this airplane was to or where I was going. I just remember being so happy. I just realized my cousin got married and I wasn't able to go to her wedding, but my aunt threw her an extra reception party, and she reached out to me and asked me if she could fly me out to Kentucky as a surprise for my cousin. That I was on the plane to that reading this book. Okay, anyways, you can see why this is nostalgic. And then for the other challenge, the new to you author or genre, I decided to go with the audiobook of Chlorine by Jade Song. And basically it says it is a literary coming of age narrative and a dark, unsettling horror tale told from an adult perspective on the trials of growing up in a society that puts pressure on young women and their bodies. From what I understand of the plot, there's some mermaid horror going on here. It's about a young girl who looks like she's on a swim team. I was on swim team. Also, just another fun little tidbit that I just thought of. The art on this card, like I said, is from a Chinese folktale, and the author of this book is Chinese American, and so is the main character in the story. So this really worked out so well. I'm gonna do my absolute best, but today I need to write my script for a presentation that I'm giving tomorrow on Regency romance. So I'm gonna go do that, and I will update this vlog whenever I have some updates on these books and stuff. Saturday now, and I am here with a reading update because I have finished Chlorine, which was really, really weird, but I really liked it as well. It was such like a horrific and traumatizing take on growing up as a young woman and like the pressures that society puts on you and your body and the changes that your body is going through. And of course there are also other issues at play in this story as well, like race and immigration. And the main character is also an athlete, which is another like layer to things. And I just, like I said, it was so weird, but I really enjoyed it. So that completes the Ace of Wands challenge and goes towards the weekly significator, which was a book with magic. There was not that much magic. There was a touch of magical realism, which is the exact description. And then I've also finished Station 11, which counts for nothing in the Tarot Readathon. I had to read this for class because we're doing a conference presentation on it. And I was so actually shocked with how much I loved this and how beautiful I found it this time around. Because when I read it in 2017, to me it was a horror novel. It was the stuff of nightmares. It might as well have been The Walking Dead. And it's just amazing like what a difference like 7 years has made in my perception of the world and things and what's scary and what's just sad. Anyways, it was really good. But now, like I said, it is Saturday, so I have today and tomorrow to read House of Salt and Sorrows for this challenge, which is a book that makes you feel nostalgic, and it also counts towards the weekly significator if I can read it before midnight on Sunday, and I'm gonna do my absolute best. But I do need to replace the audiobook and the ebook that I finished, because I do always like to have like an audiobook going for the train and an ebook on my phone just in case I'm ever somewhere where I'm not carrying or can't whip out like a giant book. So for the first new book challenge, I've got the Seven of Cups, and the artwork in my deck for this card is from Aladdin, and it says it is about daydreaming, fantasy, decisions, wishful thinking. And the challenge for this is to blindly pick your next read like out of a pile or like blindfolded or whatever. Okay, so we will have to do that. And then the second challenge that I'm going to draw is the Three of Cups. We love the cups in this household. We've got the 6, the 7, and the 3, and I'm on Team Cups. Suspicious. Anyways, the Three of Cups. The artwork for this is of the Apsara from Hindu mythology. It's about celebration, friends, indulgence, parties, and community. And the reading challenge is a book featuring friendship. Okay, so I looked at my TBR, and I think I'm going to use the friendship prompt to read one of my Penguin teen arcs called Under the Surface, which comes out next month. This is about a group of friends who go on a trip to Paris together and go into the catacombs for some reason, and of course scary, horrifying stuff is happening in the catacombs. I don't know why I'm such a sucker for like catacombs. I just watched this really funny horror movie called Under Paris, which is about like a mutated shark living in like the flooded out catacombs of Paris under the river during the Olympic event, like when people are swimming in the river for the Olympics. And then also one of my favorite horror movies is As Above, So Below, which I've been really in the mood to rewatch soon. This is also set in the catacombs, so I'm just gonna embrace it. Catacomb girl summer. And then as far as this one, picking a book randomly, I'm gonna use it for my audiobook, and I'm just gonna go on Libro and open up my library and just kind of like scroll around like up and down. I don't know where it is, and I'm just gonna stop it and click. Okay, it's a book called Hula. Oh, I'm so excited. This is, it's obviously set in Hawaii, and it says it's told in part of the collective voice of a community fighting for its survival. Hula is a spellbinding debut that offers a rare glimpse into a forgotten kingdom that still exists in the heart of its people. And it's about a girl whose family is renowned for their contributions to hula and their hometown, but she's never met her legendary grandmother, and her mother has never revealed the identity of her father. This sounds so good. I'm so excited. Okay, cool. But I will check back in with you in a day or two whenever we get the next Team Significator challenge. Hopefully it's something that will fit these challenges. But if not, hopefully by then I will be ready to pull some new cards anyway. So that is it for this update. Like I said, the weather has been really rainy lately, and today it's so nice outside. It's like in the 80s and sunny, so I think I'm gonna go outside. Maybe I'll pack a picnic and head down to the park and start reading House of Salt and Sorrows. of course, as soon as I get to the park, it would start thunderstorming. So I'm heading home now, hopefully before it starts raining too bad. But you know what? It kind of fits the like stormy seaside gothic aesthetic of the book. So at least that's nice. Oh no.